Last episode, we checked out about a dozen boats in Brisbane and went spearfishing on the Great Barrier Reef. This episode, we head further north in the search of our dream boat. We also come across some mud crabs and catch up with some old friends.
Pushed.
We hit the road up to Airlie Beach to look at another easy catamaran, so we had a reference point in terms of value and quality. It was Australian registered and had previously sailed to New Caledonia and had a few extras like a water maker and a more modern interior. Unfortunately, it needed a bit of work and we felt the first one was in much better condition.
You see the rot on the back there?
Yeah. So you go stand up near that as well. Yeah. However, seeing this easy helped us picture how we could update the first one we looked at in Brisbane. Damaged in the ply, because some of these fittings look a bit dodgy.
It's got all a few toys on it, but they're not that great.
No.
They're a bit old anyway.
The most important part is the hull on this.
That other one is definitely a lot better.
Yeah. We decided we'd have another look at the one in Brizzy on the way back home.
The rabbit warren gets deeper. We saw another boat got listed in Bowen. Just head up and check that out. And then, we figured we were in Bowen, so we might as well just go up to Townsville and see Nikki and Briar, who are going to be up there in a couple of days. So just got here, launching his tender. He's given us some boat sauce. Apparently there's heaps of oysters down here.
How does that work for me?
What are we looking at, Michael?
Walla 1160.
Home built.
Yeah, home built.
Strip plane.
Kiri.
This Walla was a beautiful boat. The hull design, the dagger boards, and the huge volume drew us to it immediately. It was also made out of a hardwood called kiri. They're usually well out of our budget, so it was no surprise when we realised the amount of work this boat needed. Despite some leaks, it had also been damaged in a cyclone, having been beached on one keel. It had been fully repaired, but there were just a number of creature comforts missing, which would have all added up well over our budget. The floor in the aft berth is soaking wet, so I don't know where that's going in.
Yeah.
There's a lot of leaks all over the boat by the look of it. It's really rough.
Oh yeah.
Unfortunately, we had to cross this one off our list. Being just a few hours from our mates up in Townsville, we thought it'd be rude not to pop by and say hi. We were told the mud crab were on, so we headed out for a bit of education from a very pregnant Nikki and G on how to catch these delicious critters.
However you tie it, make it easy to cut with pliers so that you can just shake it out when it's rotten. It's got to be deep actually, because if it's not deep, when the tide goes down, the pot will be out of water.
Yeah.
You don't want that. Official sounder there, one of those girls.
Keep prodding.
This is a really awkward spot.
Gee, just check in front of you before we go too far. A deep spot, flat, so don't just watch the roots.
After setting the pots, we head off to check out the area. What's the story with this place? You can just build here back in the day.
Back in the day you would have.
This place reminds you of Michael.
Just like Belize.
Pretty crazy, hey? Smells like Belize, looks like Belize, built like Belize, but there's just no one here. This place is pretty awesome. Don't see many of these anymore around Australia. Not down our way anyway. We set off to check the pots before heading back in. We weren't expecting much, so we were shocked when we pulled up a number of big bucks.
Holy!
Oh,
Look at the size of it! That's a good one.
Oh well,
nice.
let's take it home. We'll check the other pots, eh?
Yeah. That's a stonker. Look at him. Look at the claws on it.
Massive. That's a good bream too.
Probably later.
Listen to the New South Wales food.
Oh, well, yeah.
Oh, Bryn!
Oh, yeah.
Suck it, Tommy! Look at the size of
He's
it.
still eating the bloody...
Yeah, he's still like, oh.
That's huge.
We can't muck around, but this tide's going to go out real quick.
Oh, really?
We put mangrove leaves over the crabs to calm them down and also protect them from the hot midday sun.
Come on, baby.
Oh.
Ew.
Yeah, that one's legal.
Yeah.
Another
Yes.
one's a Jenny.
Come on, mate.
Let it go.
You'll make friends in there, don't worry. You've got a lot in common.
Death on the horizon.
Yeah, you're all going to nice warm baths soon.
I figured we'd be catching these a lot on the yacht, so I should probably learn how to tie these guys up.
Yeah, like flipping around.
After a quick lesson from everyone, I gave it a shot.
Yeah, now from the behind. They can roll back.
Nah. Like, you got to get in.
Alright. And then,
No, stop. Let go. Go like that way.
okay.
And hold so hard at that knuckle, alright? Nut right up in that knuckle. That. Yep.
And that claw can't
No.
get me?
Just hold it tight, otherwise.
It will get you.
And next was Marcus' turn.
Oh.
Not like that.
You gotta commit. Don't be afraid to like push its paws in like
Yep.
with your hand.
Okay, there's that one there, and this one goes around
Undo
that
it.
one.
Yep.
There we go.
That's it.
Okay. And that goes under that, under this one, and then just tie. Nice.
And push those claws in.
That's it.
Beauty. Like a real Thai man. That's the way. That's my way much better.
Look at it.
Stonker.
Not bad.
Boy.
Go.
I can't do it.
Come on.
I was keen to try again without assistance, but I don't think I'll be trying that again anytime soon.
Just push.
It was all in the hesitation.
I can't do it. I'm too chicken shit.
Here comes Nikki to casually save the day and help me tie up my first mud crab.
That's it.
Finally, tied my first muddy. I'm still too scared to put my foot
We
on
put
it.
the crabs to sleep by popping them in the freezer for about an hour. Unfortunately, after many beers and a stressful cooking session, we weren't able to film this cook-up, but I promise I'll make it up in a future episode with our infamous ginger and shallot crab recipe.
Still fresh, that blood hasn't even gone black.
How do you tell where's the blood?
Oh, it's that clear jelly,
Oh, okay.
that's the blood.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it goes black when if you damage them, that goes bad. It's real acidic too. It actually takes your fingerprints off if you're dealing with a lot of them, like
Really?
crays
kidding?
and that. Yeah, like when we had to tail all our crays, it would
Wow.
your hands go all waxy.
Is that what makes my hands itchy when I clean some stuff?
Crays, yeah, if you do a lot.
Right.
After a great catch-up with our mates, we decided we should head back to Brisbane to check out the Easy for a second time. On the way back south, we met up with Chasing Eden, fellow yachties who also owned an Easy and contacted us through Instagram to meet up and check out their own boat.
Hi guys and welcome aboard to Chasing Eden. My name's Hayley and this is Kyle. And for the last 10 months, we've been living aboard our 2013 built Peter Snell Easy 33-foot catamaran. And we'll be travelling up the east coast of Australia. We're hoping to get to Darwin by the end of this year and then over to Indonesia.
Chasing Eden is a beautiful boat inside and out with a near perfect interior finish. Kyle and Hayley have also done an amazing job at furnishing up and run a small business on the side, making reef-safe sunscreen, bug balm and an after sun cream. All of their products are environmentally friendly and are available on their Etsy store. I'll put the link below. They told us about their lifestyle so far and we were hooked. This was the final push we needed to make a solid decision about buying an easy catamaran.
Hey guys, so we are back to Brisbane and just about to go check out the Easy
10.6 37 foot.
The second time.
Yeah, we just saw the guys at SV Chasing Eden and they kindly invited us on board their boat. Absolutely
So nice,
beautiful boat. Gave us a lot more enthusiasm for this Easy that we're looking at again.
Yeah.
And better idea of how we can set it up. This is the third Easy we've seen now.
Yeah.
Could be the one. We'll have a look again.
A broker had given us a list of hotspots to check for rot. They were usually around the windlass, windows and deck fittings.
Is the wood rotten?
Same with that bollard.
Is the wood rotten under there?
It's definitely got water. I wouldn't say damage. We just thought we'd recap on our boat shopping. Basically, we've decided to make an offer on the Easy. It's really funny, like looking back now, what we expected to buy. Basically done a backflip. The more we've looked at, the more we've researched, seen boats in person. Originally people said, oh, you need a 40-foot boat, 40-foot catamaran to do the world, which is why we thought they were out of our budget originally, right?
Yeah, originally we thought, oh, we're going to go around the world, go anywhere, this kind of thing. But the more and more we thought about it, we realised that most of the best stuff that we want to do is right on our doorstep. Like some of the best diving in the world, spearfishing, is off Australian coastline.
Yeah.
The Easy's more than capable of that. Easy's have gone around Tasmania, they've gone over to New Caledonia, cruised, Australian coast over to Indonesia, all of that stuff, which is, you could spend a whole lifetime doing that.
Yeah.
And
that's definitely what we want to do. The around the world is like the dream that maybe we'll do, but we definitely want to do Australia. We definitely want to do the Southwest Pacific.
Well, we were mainly forced. We were kind of forced to do the around the world because we were looking at boats in the Med because of the price point. Easy's within our budget, and it's a nice roomy boat that'll take us to where we want to go.
Originally, we were like, we've got to have diesel engines, and every boat that we saw with outboards, we were like, nah, don't want it. But once we spoke to some brokers and people that own them, we were like, actually, that's a pretty good idea, because you think of the cost of replacing a diesel, and nearly every boat we looked at had like 3,000 plus hours, so 15,000 per engine on a cat, so you'd be looking at 30,000.
They're heavier.
Yeah, they're heavier.
They're more expensive.
They're harder to service. We don't know much about diesel engines.
They'd be mounted inboard too, so it's a lot noisier inside the boat. So with that Easy, it's got twin 9.9 Yamaha high thrust outboards, and the fuel efficiency is about 2 litres per hour. Running on one engine. So that'll push the boat at about 6.5 knots. So I mean, the pros are they're lighter, they are cheaper to replace, easier to service.
$3,000,
$3 or $4 grand, if that.
Yeah, pretty good.
And I mean, the cons, you're carrying unleaded, but you're going to need to do that for the tender anyway.
Yep.
Yeah, the Easy is a ply boat. We were very hesitant about that at the start, but the more and more we've researched and look into it, as long as you keep on top of the maintenance, like with any boat, it's a very easy boat to fix. So you can replace panels and fix things yourself. There's pros and cons and everything. So ply rots, steel rusts, aluminium corrodes, foam can delaminate, glass can get osmosis. Ply is actually one of the strongest materials you can build a boat out of. And the beauty of the Easy that we're looking at, it's only displaces 4 tons, so it's super light. Sails in really light wind, sails well. I think the boat is more than capable for what we want to do. So anyway, that's our.
We'll see.
That's
maybe
our
we'll be eating our
preliminary
words
thought.
in like a month,
We'll
going,
see.
What were we thinking?
Young, unexperienced couple sets off Ep.2 in Moreton Bay. Yeah, so, you know, the Easy, after the second inspection, it definitely felt right. You know, like a lot of the boats you get on straight away, you just like, no way.
Basically, we're going to make an offer tomorrow.
Yeah,
So
I think we'll go home,
we're going to
have a
sleep
think
on
about it.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed, we'll make the offer, gets accepted, and then we're on our way.
Keep you updated. Hopefully we're driving to Queensland next week.
Yeah.
Join us next episode, where we finally get an answer back after 3 weeks of waiting.
Michael! Well, I wanted to come tell you the news in person, but Brett just called me and